AskReddit by Aria the Artificer. What improved your quality of life so much you wish you did it sooner? Eating healthier. It's amazing how much better a person feels when you put nutrient-rich food into your body instead of fast food all the time. Sugary foods actually make you have less energy. I didn't feel it when I was a teenager and used to eat plenty of junk food. Now that I am older and eat right most of the time, if I have something too sweet, my energy level collapses after a short time. Deleting Facebook. I agree so much. I have no social media besides Reddit and my life has improved tremendously. Suggesting it to most people will scare them or make them angry though. Got sober, got clean, and got back in the gym. Invested time in myself rather than giving a lot to folks I thought cared about me. Turns out a lot of people don't give a shit about you unless you offer something. Ditching transactional relationships and focusing on myself was a big step in the right direction. I agree with stopping transactional relationships. I had to learn to show care in a new way because I love gifting things. That's my way of saying I care. Other people like to take advantage of that. Big difference when you focus on bettering yourself, even if that means realizing hard truths. Boundaries. I used to be so scared to say no. Not to something crazy or anything. I just couldn't say no to a friend when they asked me to go for a coffee or a drink even though I might would have wanted to stay home. After I met my boyfriend, he really helped me to set boundaries and not be afraid to let someone down. If I don't want to go out one day, I do not need to give explanations to anyone. I'm in this process now. I'm terrified the person will act out of if I say no or disagree with them. Turned off the TV, stopped watching the news and rekindled my love for art reading. Got rid of my TV 16 years ago. Don't even stream anything. I don't miss it. Working from home. Got my first WFH job 6 months ago. Stress level went from the equivalent of 1000% to 0% for better pay and amp. 4x the PTO. I just accepted an in-office job after being remote for 4 years. What a waste of life. I get up and start getting ready. Remember I have to sit in traffic for an hour before I can even start working, and my stress just starts going up. 10 unpaid hours a week sitting in traffic is the worst. Not to mention the waste of gas money. I'm interviewing now for a remote job. I don't think commuting to an office is worth it. It takes so much of my time away from my children, exercise, housekeeping, cooking healthy meals, and hobbies. Working out. Depression is gone. Social life reignited like never before. Found a new passion. Look 1.000 times better than before. Can do things I never thought possible like pull-ups and shit. My brain works better. I am a lot happier. Like everything improved after taking the gym seriously. Literally everything. Eating healthy and exercising have such a huge impact on mental health and overall well-being. I wish more people realized it. Quitting alcohol. Straight up the greatest decision I've ever made. What are the benefits you experience? Sleeping 7-8 hours every night. No more under eye bags and amp. A brain that finally works. I never take for granted the beautiful feeling of climbing into my bed each night. Bliss. Stop drinking. I moved overseas. I work way less, have much more accessible health care, have much better public transit, and my kids no longer have active shooter drills. Throws dart while blindfolded. Gonna guess you used to be from the US? Started working out and correcting my eating habits. Lost a lot of weight and gained a lot of muscle. Still fucking miserable and lonely, but at least I'll get to be those things much longer now. Same. Also stopped drinking to add to the misery. Daily yoga. Being flexible is a low-key superpower that improves my quality of life. How did you get started? Did you ease into it or just go all in one day? What made you decide to commit to it as a daily practice? Quit smoking. Actually hitting on dudes I like rather than be scared to do anything. I followed a guy around an amusement park until he caught on I was hitting on him. He's been my husband for 40 years, next month. Stopping drinking and smoking weed. I need a how to on that. Quality mattress. Sleeping well have very positive effects. Exercising. Not just for the physical part, but also for the mental part. It helped me so much. B-Day. No more problems down there after years of hell. Deleted Instagram. I quit drinking. I couldn't stand having a hangover all the time. After a certain age they are brutal. It's not like the hangovers I got when I was younger. They are a 2-day self-loathing, anxiety-filled shit show. Not so much quality of life but more mental health I guess. But I deleted both my Facebook and Twitter accounts and broke my addiction to doom scrolling. I find that life is much more enjoyable when you're out and about interacting and speaking with people and not trapped in an algorithm. Sinus surgery, literally the most painless procedure. Even though they drilled like 7 holes in my sinuses, I used to have apnea, couldn't lose weight and required 10+ hours of sleep a night with many naps. I got 8+ sinus infections in 1 year that also triggered my asthma. I now can sleep 8 hours and stay awake the entire day, drink way less coffee, lost over 60+ lbs, my blood pressure decreased to normal, and I no longer need anxiety meds and no more apnea or sinus infections. I never thought of this being connected to my weight itself. I have had more sinuses infections than I can count since I started having a CSF leak in 2022. I just started to see a rent and she found thickening mucus disease. $20 squatty potty. Cutting my dad out of my life. I've never felt better.